I believe that one of the reasons that the Titan submersible imploded is that the carbon fiber, the material that the main tube was made of, while it has amazing structural integrity when you try to stretch it, it only has moderate strength when you try to compress it. It would be great for containing pressure inside of a container because it's trying to stretch the fibers, but less effective at resisting compression from the outside, especially if there's even the slightest imperfection in the cylindrical shape of the container. I think that an easy way to demonstrate this is to exaggerate the difference in stretchy strength versus crushing strength. Here's a material that has an even more extreme difference in tensile versus crushing strength: duct tape. I'll show you what I mean. The weakness in compression is primarily due to the inherent susceptibility of carbon filaments to lateral deflection when compressed. You could say the same thing about duct tape, but to a much greater extreme. Okay, carbon fiber isn't nearly as floppy as duct tape. It does actually offer some significant resistance to compression. The problem is that it can be brittle. With each dive, the expansion and contraction of the tube may have caused some slow fraying of some of the fibers. It may well be that at some point enough of the fibers had been broken to weaken the structure to the point of catastrophic failure. One big difference in the engineering challenge of exploring the deep sea compared to exploring outer space is that no matter how far you go into outer space, you only have to contain the pressure of about 14 pounds per square inch, 1 atmosphere. When exploring the deep sea, like the wreck of the Titanic, the vehicle has to withstand the pressure of 400 atmospheres, and more if you go deeper. Okay, so that's one tough little tube there, I'd say. I would never be able to rip that apart. If I tried to apply pressure from the inside, stretching the material, I would never, with my strength, be able to pull this apart. And it's got some pretty good compression strength, but not great. Not nearly as good as its tension strength. I mean, it's even pretty strong in this direction. But ultimately, it's pretty good in that direction, but going this direction, even if I squeeze equally, this thing is able to fail. And I think that's exactly what happened to Titan. The smallest defect in this, the smallest imperfection, would have allowed this to crush, sadly.